Hey, this is King Firehawk from 1640 PWPR. Coming up, the Blind Tag Podcast, which is exclusive here to 1640 PWPR, the home of pro wrestling podcast radio and more.
Podcast world, once again, you've reached the Blind Tag. I am, of course, your host, Big Dick Gideon, alongside Kryim and Dante.
Hey.
What up, guys?
And we've been away for a little while. Of course, scheduling keeps us, off a regular... we're like once every 2 weeks or so right now.
Yeah.
But we want to stop that. We really do.
Hoping after we get back from vacation, middle of August, we'll get back on a normal schedule.
It's summer vacation. We got that summer vacation vibe happening.
Mm-hmm.
That slacker vibe.
Yeah, I mean, we also got a lot of good games that we're playing.
Yeah,
which
we'll get into that later.
Just a little bit down the road. Yeah. Hold on there, people.
But the first thing we want to talk about is probably the biggest piece of news right now is that Brock Lesnar might be in a little bit of a trouble because apparently, from what I gather from the story, when he went to UFC 200, right? It was 200.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
UFC 200. Okay. The tests that he took for the performance-enhancing drugs had not gotten to... the results had not come in before he competed. Mm-hmm. And now the results are coming in, and he may have failed. Which, I don't know, did he fail, or did he not fail?
They're saying that he got flagged for possibly doing performance-enhancing drugs. I think, in my opinion... I'm kind of wondering if they're like
you either did or you didn't. Like you either passed or failed. There's no measurement for splash damage or whatever.
Exactly. Is it like being kind of pregnant?
Yeah.
I mean,
in the state of Arizona, yeah, you're pregnant before you even have your period, before you have sex.
Well,
that's Arizona.
That's Arizona.
They got some weird laws out that way.
Well, they also have a female governor. So what's that tell you?
Yeah.
Good point.
You figure if anybody knows how a woman's body works, it would be a female. But no, apparently she fell into that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I guess she missed that class in health class way back when.
But
let's see here. Neither USADA nor Lesnar would confirm the substance which would cause the test failure. As noted, WWE released a statement on Friday saying that Lesnar was under contract with their organization but not has competed since April 3rd and is not scheduled to perform again until Sunday, August 21st at SummerSlam.
Spoiler alert!
Well, we knew he was facing Randy anyway. But
right.
I mean, he kind of blew that kayfabe.
Yeah, he blew that up
after
the
he
conference.
He won the match.
Here's a question. Okay, they say he's been flagged for possibly using performance-enhancing drugs. Are they just saying that just to cover their face because he can pretty much do it all? He was away for MMA for so long, he came back and beat an MMA star. And, he's a professional wrestler again. I mean, are they just trying to save face like this? Is he not like the most designed killing machine?
Well, no, he's okay. He sells tickets. Okay, yeah. There is at the end of the day. Okay, we may be entertained by these companies, be it WWE or UFC.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's a business. Okay, and at the business, if you're not making a profit, no one gives a fuck. And if you sell tickets, they will protect you till the day you fucking die.
Yeah.
Okay? You telling me John Cena's not taking something? I'm not saying he is, but I'm not... Let's reel it in for a second. I'm not saying he is, but would I be surprised if he is? Of course not. I wouldn't be surprised.
Look, I'm not saying that he's taking like anabolic steroids. I'm
not saying he's taking steroids.
I'm saying he's probably taking something that's legal right now, and it helps his muscles grow.
But I'm saying first off, I don't understand what the big deal is. Mm-hmm. Okay, why don't you just let these guys do what they want? Who cares?
Here's another...
Because it's looked at as cheating.
Yeah, but why? If everybody's doing it, how is it cheating? It's the same thing
with the whole McGuire thing with baseball.
Again, if everybody's doing it, though, how is it cheating?
I think because what they really want to do is keep the statistics as clean as possible.
But if everybody's doing it, the statistics aren't going to matter anyway. Like, if everybody's doing it, it doesn't matter.
Well, there's no proof that everybody's doing it. It's just a chosen few that are getting caught.
Well, then why not just let people do it?
Out of the doping for, what was it, the Tour de France, there was only one person who continually came up as dirty, and that was Lance Armstrong. They never went on about everybody else doping in bicycling. It was just Armstrong who was getting caught because he was the only one doing it. Lesnar got caught because maybe he did something he shouldn't have right beforehand, going, oh, I'll take this drink real quick and... no problems. Who knows? Who knows?
Here's another question I have to that needs to be raised. Why is it that the test results come out after the fight?
Because
ideally,
tickets.
Well, that's what. Right.
Yeah. All right.
So that's a question that needs to be asked. It's like, why is it coming out after the fight that he could possibly have failed his test? Yeah. Isn't the idea being able to take the test beforehand?
So the competition is fair.
So the competition's fair, right? Yeah. So what's going... this whole thing needs to be looked at.
Yeah. It confirms that, in the article written, it said he can also confirm that he passed 5 other tests since announcing his return to mixed martial arts and the fight with Mark Hunt at UFC 200. In addition, the AP attained written copies of letters from the USADA to Lesnar confirming 3 tests that he had successfully passed.
So if he's passing tests and failing them, what did he fail? Did he or did he not fail a test? That's what I want to know.
I think at this point,
I think they're trying to save face.
If they have extra urine, they can go back and retest, but they can't test him now because then that wouldn't be fair.
I think they're trying to save face. In my opinion, the whole thing's a fucking work. They didn't expect fucking Lesnar to come back after fucking not training as hard as other MMA guys do.
Yeah.
Come back
and win.
He's a professional wrestler now, so they're he does all that fake crap. He's got
soft belly now.
Yeah, soft belly. He comes back and he fucking puts the boots to this guy, and granted he didn't knock him out or anything, but he won by decision. Fucking he wins.
Yeah.
He comes back and he wins. He is the definition of what a gladiator should be.
The idea that, because I'm not surprised about this, okay? Did he fail a test? Yeah, probably. I work off of probabilities, right? Mm-hmm. So, did he fail a test? We don't know.
Right.
Okay? Probably, though. Okay? Did the UFC cover it up till after the fight because they wanted to sell tickets? We don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, if they probably covered it up because it's coming out now.
Yeah, probably.
The idea of taking a drug test before a fight is to disqualify you if you fail the test.
Yeah.
So why would the test results come out now? Oh, look, he possibly failed.
Oh, God, my goodness.
I got my money.
Yeah. No. Did they hold the test results? We don't know. But probably. Okay?
There's a hold on. If you vamp for a second, I can bring up the fine that they might get.
Oh yeah, it's almost
he walked away with six or something.
Yeah, he's walked away with 6, but
total because of the pay-per-view money. He was paid $2.5 just for the fight.
Yeah.
So, and if he gets fined, it's going to be 1.2 to 1.8 million. To him, okay.
I mean, he'll
let me write the check.
Yeah, he'll pay it.
But I think what'll hurt him is the 2-year suspension.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That will hurt for him.
That also, he ain't going to be without a job.
No, he's working for WWE.
He may be taking a 30-day vacation from WWE, and they might keep it quiet and give him his suspension now before the fucking SummerSlam, which could work.
Yes. No, that could work. Because
they keep it quiet. They keep him off TV.
Yeah.
They let this whole thing go away. They secretly, because, Randy was 4 times, and you're supposed to have 3 strikes. So, let
different strokes for different folks.
exactly.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Basically, what happened
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, what
didn't
happened
know that.
was
I didn't know that.
Randy was known back when he was younger.
When he was trashing hotel rooms.
trashing hotel
He was
rooms.
just a monster,
He was a
man.
Out of
fucking
control.
mess.
Yeah.
What happened was he got caught for doping, right?
Ooh.
And they said, okay, enough is enough. No, we got to get a handle on our guys, and they came up with the wellness policy.
Yeah.
Okay, and the wellness policy says 3 strikes and you're out.
Yeah.
Now, he had since then, since the wellness part of the policy came out, he got additional 2 more strikes. He has yet to get his final 3rd strike, but unfortunately,
Which would make 5 total.
yeah,
Oh, okay. So he had a strike before the policy
Yeah.
came
Yes.
out. Okay, so that's why.
yeah,
Okay, but
Okay.
still, there's, again, different strokes for different
Yeah.
folks. This
You
will
sell
not-
tickets?
yeah.
This will not hurt Lesnar as far as the WWE, and
Yeah.
if for whatever unfortunate reason he does get suspended from MMA, I don't think it's going to hurt his pocket
No,
at
he'll
all.
be fine.
Well,
And he'll be on TV more.
Personally,
and
I'm not mad at him for doing it. I get. Look, okay, you have to understand, okay, to get as big as John Cena or I mean physically, as in
right.
physically big as John Cena or a Brock Lesnar or as defined as Randy Orton and shit like that, okay, you're taking something.
See, I don't
Okay.
there are
No,
supplements involved.
There
but
are
they
supplements
natural,
involved.
or
I'm not
is there
saying
a little
illegal
more
stuff.
Extra
Okay.
creatine
No,
and a little
I'm not.
extra.
I'm not.
things
Yeah, I'm not
that they
saying.
shouldn't have.
Yeah, creatine and stuff. I'm not saying illegal stuff. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. But you're taking stuff.
I
Okay,
mean, even
you
the
can't
weight
just
gainer
work out and
stuff.
look like that.
Even the big container of whey, it's
Yeah.
all protein.
Yeah, and get my
there's
protein
stuff.
raw.
There's
Okay.
a little extra something
Yeah.
in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
that's
not
all
saying they're
over
doing
the
anything
counter.
illegal. Yeah, I'm not
all
saying.
over the counter stuff.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're doing anything illegal. I'm just saying you cannot look like them without taking something. Okay, you need the supplements.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is, okay? Because you and I could work out, and we would look okay, okay. But I will never look like John Cena unless I fucking take something,
Yeah.
okay? I'm not illegal. Just take like creatine and shit like that. That's all I'm saying. But Brock, like I said, I'm not mad at him. I don't care. Okay, I don't care, dude. Like it's UFC. Okay, you're not breaking any records. Okay, you're doing fights. I don't care. Even if you were breaking records in another sport, I don't care. Okay, like take what you want. These guys are putting their bodies on the line, and they're trying to make their bodies as tough as possible so they don't fucking die.
Yeah.
Okay. Take what you want, dude. As long as you're not killing yourself in the process. Take care of yourself.
Here's a thought. Let's say he does come back for a doping violation. Okay. Once again, it's going to be different strokes for different folks because Billy Gunn was a trainer at NXT. He wasn't even on TV necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay. So he did a couple like Tough Enoughs or whatever
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But he got caught for doping for like a bodybuilding gimmick. They immediately canceled his contract. So is once again is it gonna be different strokes for different folks because if
He didn't fail the wellness policy. He failed UFC.
yeah, well he didn't fail. What's his name didn't fail the wellness policy. He failed the doping policy for the weight training program.
Oh.
So
Okay.
because it's Brock Lesnar,
Yeah,
Billy Gunn.
Do you sell tickets?
Do you sell tickets? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Period.
I don't
Like-
see your merchandise getting
Yeah, exactly.
going out the door right now.
Yeah.
well, that also opens up another interesting question. What's the differences in, like, I guess the way it looks, the way it affects the company? Because let's put it this way: there's Brock Lesnar, and then there's fucking Hulk Hogan. Okay,
Sure.
Now Hulk Hogan dropped the N-bomb, and
Hulk
he's
Hogan
never
did some bad stuff.
No, I'm not saying he
Okay.
did some great stuff. I'm saying like different strokes for different folks. Brock Lesnar is obviously an icon. He's up there,
Yeah.
but you know what? Hulk Hogan is fucking wrestling royalty.
Yeah.
Okay. And he drops an N-bomb
Yeah.
in his own private house. Okay.
While making a sex tape.
Well, he didn't even try to make the sex tape. He got recorded. Okay, so he got
Two separate things.
Like I'm saying, like he didn't intentionally go out and say, "I'm going to just drop N-bombs and fuck bitches on camera." That's not what he did. Okay, but if Brock Lesnar took something that he knew he wasn't supposed to, he did that on purpose.
Yeah.
So what, like I said, is it different because, well, it's only like possible drugs versus like Hulk Hogan just being a racist in his own fucking house? I mean, do you think we'll ever see Hulk Hogan again?
Yeah, A, yes. B, here's the thing, and this is actually an interesting question that you brought up, because this has broad-ranging implications.
Sure.
Okay? The idea that Brock Lesnar failing a piss test in the mind of the country, okay, does not matter versus a Hulk Hogan being racist in this polarized of a country that we have.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's actually, yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
That's why. No one gives a shit if you fail a piss test.
Yeah.
No one gives a good goddamn. Okay? No one gives a hot shit. However, you start dropping N-bombs when you're a white dude. That's a big, big problem.
Especially when you represent everything American.
Yeah, especially when you're Hulk Hogan. That's a problem.
The real American.
So it's really different depending who you are and depending what you do.
Sure.
It's...
Sure. This is not news to you, I hope.
No,
okay?
it's not. I just find it interesting because... Like Dante said, it's just gonna kind of go sweep under the rug, and nobody's you know like it's gonna be quiet, and then SummerSlam's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you could just sweep Hulk Hogan under the rug and like pop him out of SummerSlam and him not get fucking booed.
No.
I mean he'd have to come out with like many different colorful people.
Okay, what I'm saying is
arm in arm with Snoop Dogg.
Now, I'm not saying that. Look, with Hulk Hogan, you can't. When you're the status of a person like Hulk Hogan, okay, you have to know every single word that comes out of your mouth is going to be scrutinized. Okay? Period.
But
when you're on that level of anything, and not just wrestling,
right.
Okay? And not just wrestling. I'm talking about anything. Film stars, TV stars, music, anything. Okay? When you're on that level, it doesn't matter. You may have a right to privacy, but when you become that huge, your expectation of privacy goes away.
Yeah, but
okay?
He's in his house. I mean, like,
doesn't matter.
That should matter.
It should, but it doesn't.
It should matter. Like, listen.
That's why he won all that money.
Yeah.
Because it did matter that it was recorded 100%. In his house.
It should have mattered, and that's why he won. Okay?
Here's the thing. Like, did he say some nasty, horrible shit? Of course he did. But I think everybody in the existence of anyone has said some horrible, nasty shit.
Yeah.
If you're telling me that you've never told a joke where you had to turn left and then turn right to make sure the proper people weren't around, then I'm sorry. I don't think I think you're lying to me.
Yeah.
Everybody's told an improper joke,
or at least heard one,
and laughed because fucking those weird things are funny.
But when the rules, that's the trade-off, right? You want to be rich, you want to be famous, you want to have all those things that that echelon has. Okay, but then you got to play by a different set of rules.
You have to follow the rules that the public has put out for you.
Yeah.
But he wasn't in the public.
It doesn't matter.
It should matter.
It should. But it doesn't.
What it was something that was said in the privacy of his home.
Sure.
And then somebody took it out of the privacy of his home and made it public.
Yep. Now they should not have done that.
Now, no matter how much you go, but it's wrong. It's wrong. Yes, you are right. It's absolutely wrong. It should have never have happened, and that's why Gawker got raped in court.
Yeah.
And now they have to pay Hogan this ungodly amount of money because somebody wanted to be an asshole.
Yep.
Yeah, because I tell you what, like I don't know how he hasn't gone over to, I think his name is Bubba the Love Sponge.
And just hooked him in the mouth.
And just beat the shit out of him. Yeah. Like, you know what? If they're not going to pay me $17 million, I'm going to get it out of your ass.
I'm going to take a big whip bite out of your ass.
The poor wife was like, yeah, okay, if you want me to sleep with Hogan, all right, I'll do it. Had no clue that she was being recorded.
Yeah.
Had no clue her private, intimate moment that she did once was going to end up all over the internet, all over the world.
Gawker is poison AIDS cancer, and I'm glad they're filing for bankruptcy. Seriously. I'm glad they're gone. The world is a fucking better place without them.
They wanted to be TMZ, but a step higher, and they just went a step much lower.
Yeah, and the thing is, the whole Gawker thing, like, it's sad that people lost their jobs, are losing their jobs. But at the end of the day, you're supporting a company that does bullshit like that. Okay? Get out. I don't care if you're the fucking secretary. Leave.
Now, here's another question to bring up. The fact that they're calling for bankruptcy is supposed to wipe away all their fucking debt. What happens to the Hogan's debt now? Does he no longer have to...
I don't know. I don't know the intricacies of that,
I mean, that gets pretty deep into it,
yeah.
but I mean...
This is one of those questions that we should be asking Rick Silver or Tony.
Yeah, somebody... Yeah.
But,
But
as far as Brock goes, and I want to wrap it up real quick, like, I don't care that he failed. I don't care.
Yeah, we just spent 20 minutes talking about Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't care. Like,
do you know what you care about? I'll tell you what you care about Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar means Paul Heyman's going to be on TV.
That's what that's it.
His praise.
I miss Paul.
Oh my God.
That's it. I like Paul Heyman. I mean, Brock's a good enough guy. Don't get me wrong.
Probably pays his bills.
Pays his bills on time. He's a bill-paying son of a bitch.
He's
sure.
a good old farming boy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. But I'm there to see Paul.
You're a Heyman guy.
Yeah, I'm a Heyman dude.
I mean, the sad fact is that Heyman can get anybody over.
Sure,
he could.
Well, that's not sad. That's
here's this wet mop.
Yeah.
Heyman, go out and put it over, and he would.
He would, and people would cheer for the fucking mop.
People would believe that the mop would be the next WWE,
the next big thing,
heavyweight title holder.
And the thing that saddens me, sort of, is that there's many guys out there. Let's say, what the hell is his name? The new guy that came out.
Come on.
Can we be any more vague?
He's the one that Vince is always... Yeah, Vince wants... He's
Cruz.
Oh, yeah, Apollo Crews. I keep wanting to call him Orlando Jordan. He's not. Could you imagine Apollo Crews being voiced by Paul Heyman?
Yeah.
Paul Heyman would fucking make him the next fucking biggest star.
Oh, yeah. You just pair him with Heyman.
Yeah.
Pair him with Heyman. Apollo, you just stand there.
Stand there, look intimidating.
That's it. That's it.
Paul
What'd Brock do? Brock just
Paul.
bounces to the left and right. Okay? That's all he does, man, and that's all he has to do.
Yeah, that's it. But like I said, that's the sadness is that they have such a gold mine with Heyman, and he was 100% right. Whereas if Brock Lesnar is only voiced by Heyman, then you get excited for Brock Lesnar coming. Or you get excited for Paul Heyman being there because you know one and the same are there. If you have Paul Heyman voicing for other people, it waters down Brock Lesnar.
No, I understand.
And I understand that, but it saddens me that there's so many guys out there that can't talk.
Well, didn't Heyman have essentially a stable for a while?
Yeah, he had a stable called the Dangerous Alliance.
Yeah.
And, that was when he, back in WCW, NWA days, and, he was able... He got people, like... When you were a Heyman guy, you got over, okay? It's just how it was.
Yeah.
You got over.
Yep.
But we're gonna move on real quick because we gotta move on from Brock. There's a couple.
We love Paul Heyman.
I know we love Paul Heyman,
and he loves the show.
He does. Maybe I don't know.
I know he does.
That'll be our next one to get.
There's one more thing I want to talk about.
God.
There's one more thing I want to talk about before we move on to the games that we're playing because we're really excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
very sad.
I want to talk about out of nowhere, Darren Young being the number one contender for the IC championship.
That was awesome. That was when it, and you called it.
I did. I said Darren Young was my dark horse.
Oh, I liked Apollo. I liked
what? Nothing.
I liked Apollo Crews. I liked Apollo Crews to go over on what Baron von Bullshit, whatever the fuck his name
Created
is.
wrestler number one.
Yeah, I can't even fucking remember his name. That's it.
He's the new Seth Rollins now in his book. Because you remember how he hated Seth?
Oh, yeah, he hated Seth.
Oh, God. If you go back and listen to the original...
I fucking hated Seth.
Oh, my God, you did. Now
Legit.
you couldn't wait for him to come back.
Well, because he got dry.
Got
dry there for a while, guys.
But now we have a new cracker to take over for that dryness, and his name is...
Baron Corbin.
Jesus
Christ. Jesus Christ.
I mean, like, there's nothing about him that is not generic. Like, exactly, folks, to listening to the sound of my voice, I can guarantee you, if you go to any wrestling game and you put randomize on a created wrestler and you just put it Baron Corbin, okay, guarantee one of those fucking creations that you put in is going to look like Baron Corbin. Same music, generic fucking tights, generic look, generic emotions.
No offense, but it's like they went to an indie show and just picked one of them guys that I'll work for, tickets, and grabbed him and put him in, the one
He's
that
tall enough, bring
has
him in.
barely enough ring skill.
Yeah.
But he's got the look.
I haven't
He's got the look. I can't tell you how many shows we've been to
He's got
where
the look.
he's got the look. He's definitely got the look. Yeah, but can he work?
Yeah.
I've only seen Baron Corbin, and I'm not lying, okay? I've only seen Baron Corbin do punches, kicks, clotheslines, a body slam, and his finisher.
Yeah, he only does a couple,
That's
slams. That's it.
And the only one who's allowed to have that five move range is Cena.
No, and he's nowhere.
But Cena has more. Cena's not allowed to do more.
But we always talk about how he only does the 5 moves. So.
But I mean, Baron Corbin is so boring. And let's throw back Paul Heyman into the mix because I can't stop talking about this guy. But
Paul Heyman couldn't get him over.
You don't think so? See, I think he could.
No, I don't think he could. You want to know why? Because Brock Lesnar has something to sell himself on, right? He's from UFC. He's big. He looks great. He could probably kill somebody if he really wanted to.
All Brock has to do is just look at you.
Yeah, okay. With Baron Corbin, I look at him and I'm like, yeah, you're tall, but, fucking J-bro. Like, what?
You could kick his ass.
I mean, I don't know about that.
You could kick his ass.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't want him knocking on my door being like, hey, I listen to your podcast. I'm like, wow, cool, you listen to my podcast.
Yeah. But the
ratings!
Ratings!
So, selling Brock, for Paul, of course, Paul could pretty much sell anybody, but selling Brock is easy. Okay? What do you sell for Baron? Sell me Baron.
I could tell you. I could easily sell you Baron. I can't do it, but let me. let me explain to you how he could be sold. See, Cesaro for the longest time wasn't over. They put Heyman with him for like a month, and then they realized that like Heyman needs to only be with Brock to make it special. Yeah. But for Heyman, his first promo, this gentleman right here is now going to be known as the King of Swing. And he used the giant swing, and oh my god, he got over. So fucking, he could talk.
And he's still over.
And he's still fucking over. So all you need to do is just be like, oh man, his punches are like cinder blocks on the end of his arms, and like, or whatever.
I mean, you're not Paul.
I'm not Paul, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you could just be like, he's the punching, the whatever.
You're not.
I'm not Paul. But that's what I'm saying. Like, Paul Heyman could get him over, but. We digress. You want to talk about Darren Young?
I do want to talk about Darren Young.
Darren Young was my dark horse.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was one of those things where
it was weird. It was weird to see.
Once I saw that Bob Backlund is now going to be walking him out, I knew they were going to push him.
Because I got a lot of respect for Bob, I guess. But
because they invested 2 months of fucking promos,
and were those really rough to get through?
Well, the thing is, it has the potential to be really funny.
Yeah,
it does. They're just like whiffing. Like they need to work on the writing for the promos, but it's there. Mm-hmm. I can see it. It is there. They just need to work on it.
I think now that it's not behind the camera and now it's in front of the camera live. Things might pick up a lot more.
I hope so because
Backlund just going off live on
just going crazy. By the way, Bob lifting up Darren Young in his arms, no problems. Like Bob still got it.
How old?
Look up how old Bob Backlund is right now.
Bob still got it, and he's still strong as fuck.
I mean,
how old is he?
He is 66 years old.
66, and he lifted Darren Young like it was nothing.
He was a babe in his arms.
Yeah, just lifted him up.
Picked him up and just, how's it going?
Darren Young, and it's pretty cool. I like the fact that Darren Young's getting a bit of a push. I could see Darren Young going over on The Miz for the title.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that at Battleground. I really can.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine they're going to pump Darren Young and then squash him. That doesn't make any sense.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No, I could see Miz getting a cheap win and then taking it to SummerSlam.
Maybe. I don't know.
Submission match. Because
chicken wing.
No, it'd be the chicken wing versus the figure four because Miz uses the figure four. Yeah. So I'm saying it'd be a cheap match. Okay, SummerSlam. I challenge you to a submission match. It's gonna be the chicken wing versus the figure four. Mark my fucking words. I just booked it, and I know what's happening.
Booked, stamped, done.
Calling it. Fucking calling it.
But Darren, I'm happy he's getting a push. I think he is a talented guy. I think he's very charismatic as well. it's strange. I don't know how, because Bob Backlund, I think he's a little, Okay, like legit. But I don't know. I hope it works for him. I think it could work for him. Like I said, he's getting a push, so it'd be nice. I guess they want to see how well it goes over because
got a good pop.
Yeah, he got a good pop,
and he won in the way that I would hope he didn't. Yeah, he just kind of like, oh shit, I won. Yeah, I was laying down and I fucking won. Yeah, so I think that could be his
gimmick.
He could be, but he needs to make Miz tap out. You make Miz tap out, and he'll get him over.
Yeah, because everybody. The thing is, I'm starting to. I understand Miz is actually a very talented guy.
He is very talented. He won me over after many years.
He's a very talented guy, but I'm going to be honest. I'm over the gimmick of the movie star. I'm fucking over it.
What do you mean by over it?
Like, it's old. It's tired. It's not funny anymore.
That's his gimmick.
I understand.
You don't like him, so you would boo him.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's boring, and that's the worst thing I can say about a wrestler.
That might be part of why they brought Maurice back.
Yeah, if he was just him, yeah,
it was struggling. They brought Maurice back to try to get that sex factor.
Yeah, let me tell you something. When Miz TV comes on, what's the first thing you do? Because I grab my phone and I check Facebook. Sorry. And it's not that Miz is bad on the mic. He's not. He's actually pretty good. It's just the gimmick is fucking boring now. It's fucking boring. Okay? Yeah, he gets booed, but it's not nearly as loud as it used to be.
He hasn't been really relevant since the Sandow.
Yeah.
And him.
And that was hot. That was a hot fucking thing.
God, what they did.
They threw it away. They threw it in the garbage.
Which they're about to do when they do. They're going to make a lot of garbage happen when they do this brand split and draft on
Tuesday, yeah. The first live SmackDown. Yeah.
Supposedly they're breaking up the New Day.
Which is the stupidest marketing.
They're the hottest thing.
Marketing-wise, that's stupid because I could imagine the numbers that they're raking in right now with their merchandise between the Bootio box of whatever and the socks.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And the unicorn horns. And
let me tell you this, okay? Unless it's a gimmick, it's an angle where they're going to be on separate shows, and eventually they come back together. If that's the writing, then maybe it can work. But I don't understand why you would want to break up the hottest thing on your fucking show.
Sells the worst merchandise.
Yeah.
Besides Cena.
Yeah.
But besides Cena, yeah.
Yeah. Just a merchandise making machine.
Yeah.
They just Bootios, big old Bootios. They came out in a fucking cereal box, and it has a T-shirt in it. Yeah. People fucking bought that.
I mean, even and their gimmicks when they do the in-ring gimmicks, like with the time machine.
That shit's hilarious.
I mean, they definitely found their niche with this, and to take it away from them only it's about a year and a half they've been doing it.
Well, here's the thing: the Wyatts are going to go over for the titles,
which is fine.
I'm okay with
which they're due for.
Yeah,
they really are.
They
are definitely due for it, and I like the Wyatts. I really do.
The Wyatts are going to go over for the titles, which they should, because the New Day don't need the titles to be over.
No,
okay, but splitting up the New Day,
stupid.
It doesn't make any sense. They're literally there's a reason why throughout the year that we've watched them. Okay, they went from coming out at 8, and then 9, and now they're coming out at 10. Okay, and there's a reason for that. Okay, because they're fucking the hottest thing going. You keep your main eventers till the end, right?
Yep,
that's standard booking. So you keep your hottest shit until the end.
Well, do you want to know the real reason they come out? You know, because you were right. They were coming out 8, 9, and then 10. Yeah. But if you notice, it's still varied.
It's still varied.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because every week they monitor what their weakest hour is, and that's when they send them out at the top. It's always at the top of the hour when they send out the New Day. It's never in the middle.
Yeah.
It's always at the top of the hour. So whatever one was weakest the last week,
send them
out that hour.
Get those ratings up for that hour.
I mean, their ratings monsters. They just they're funny. Yep. And the thing is, I'll tell you this right now. It's genuinely hard to be funny. From what I've noticed in the wrestling industry, it's even harder.
Yeah.
Okay, to be funny in the wrestling industry.
It's either you are or you aren't.
Yeah.
You can't. It's not something you can just teach them, and you can't teach that.
You can't. You're either Doink the Evil Clown, which is a great gimmick, okay? Or you're Doink the Regular Clown, which is not a good gimmick, and you have a midget. Okay?
Here's
okay.
here's the psychology behind wrestling versus comedy.
Yeah.
Comedy, people go to a comedy show, they expect to see a comedian.
Yeah.
Okay? People go to a wrestling show, they don't necessarily expect to see a comedian.
Yeah.
Okay? So when a wrestler comes out, you now have to get you now have to get the crowd to either like you or hate you. It's real easy to get somebody to hate you.
Yeah.
It's hard to get somebody to like you. Okay, just on first appearances and just bursting through a fucking curtain.
And let's tell you, we tried very hard to get people to hate us.
And they liked us.
And they liked us because we were fucking funny.
Yeah.
And that was the whole idea. Even because we were doing a gimmick that was hard to sell, which is a religious gimmick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably one of the hardest ones you can do, which is why New Day struggled in the very beginning. Because are they evangelists? Are they Baptist?
Yeah.
Are they just...
They don't know. They
are they
basically...
inspirational speakers?
Yeah.
What are they?
So
yeah, comedy is hard to do.
So you burst through the curtain.
Yeah.
The crowd doesn't either know whether to like you or hate you.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're trying to get them to like you. Okay, that's hard enough.
Yeah.
Now your gimmick is to be funny. Okay, so not only do you have that scrutiny of like, okay, why should I like this guy? Now I have to listen to his jokes and hope to God they get over.
Yeah.
Because if you bomb one fucking joke, it's over, done. That's a wrap. Change your gimmick.
Yeah.
All right.
Change your gimmick. Repackage.
Because and here's how New Day won that. They came out with this shit gimmick, like you said,
Yeah.
Baptist, Lutheran, whatever
We
the fuck.
don't
We don't even know. And you know what they did? Fuck it, we don't care. And they just fucking just like, we're just gonna do whatever the fuck we want on the mic. They got people to laugh because they didn't care.
Yeah.
They just like, I'm doing whatever I want to do. And nine times out of 10, when you just decided to go off the cuff and just make yourself laugh, everybody laughs with you.
For 2 months, you heard the New Day sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 2 months.
2 solid months.
And then as soon as Xavier brought out that goddamn trombone.
Yep.
That
was
was
it.
That
was the
changed
moment.
everything.
Yeah.
That changed it all. And then
They came out with
Biggie
like we
doing a little bit of the moving with his hips, trying to dance. I mean, just him trying to dance. He looks like Carlton in the ring.
He's like a big toddler.
Yeah.
He is.
Walking out there.
And
But-
that's what started to add more and more. And then it just
They had the
don't
trombone.
break them up.
They started dancing, but then they were like, we listened to you. We came out with New Day socks. That's what you guys wanted, the New Day socks, right?
You and the New Day socks.
And that started the merchandise monster.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, fuck it. Let's see if we can get over as unicorns. And they got these fucking dumbass light-up unicorn horns.
Let me tell you something. When the new Titantron came on and they were riding the unicorn on their fucking Titantron for their fucking music, the entire crowd went ape shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And everybody ran to get a fucking unicorn horn.
The huge box of Bootios.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out of WrestleMania.
And they still had the Bootio.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just
it
just a
gets
Cheerio.
better,
I mean,
and it just gets better and better.
Yeah.
And another one that I'm going to move into now is Enzo and Kaz. Do not break them up. And that's one and I really fear for them because how Vince has such a hard-on for Kaz. He's got that look. He's that big boy.
Yeah.
I want that big boy going all to WrestleMania. I want him. I want that guy pushed. I want him pushed. Where does that leave Enzo?
Yeah.
You know, he's scary to watch in the ring. I fear for him. He's very spastic when he's running around. I mean, for somebody who's quite new to the business and the way he was taught, he's a very green guy. Extremely green.
Yeah.
So, in order to keep them together, maybe if you don't want him so much in the ring as a tag team, make him his mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Because he's another guy that could
talk.
get anybody over.
He can just talk.
He could.
Yeah.
I mean, they
That man
just
can talk.
released a video of him doing an interview, and they were asking him, "What do you think about the state of what's happening here in the WWE?" And he went on this most intelligent rant that I've ever heard come out of somebody that looks like him. You would never expect it to happen.
Yeah.
He's a smart man. He's a very smart man. He's excellent on the mic. He can anything off the top of his head. He can turn into a rap.
Yeah.
Anything.
It's pretty incredible, but I don't want them to break them up either.
He's one of my new favorites. He really is.
I would like... here's the thing. They're gonna break them up, okay? Because that's what happens to fucking tag teams. They fucking break up. That's what happens. Tag teams in the
but
fucking
see,
WWE.
Then think back to the guys like, Demolition.
Sure.
They got to stay together.
That was a long time ago, okay? is not like
Road
that
Warriors
anymore.
got to stay together, but that's the thing. Why can't we? Why are they not allowed to be that established anymore? It's like Vince will not allow that to happen. And
It's
New
not that.
New Day is one of those teams that they could stay forever as the New Day.
True. Here's the thing: New Day is the rarity. Usos are a rarity as the pair because they have the same look.
And twins.
They have the same look. They have the same color scheme, stuff like that.
But they did it
Enzo
with
and
the
Cass
Bellas. They
don't.
split the Bellas.
Enzo and Cass don't have the same look. They're Enzo and Cass. Same thing with like when it comes to
They
like,
don't have a team name. They're
they
just
don't-
Enzo
yeah,
and
they're
Cass.
Enzo and Cass.
Yeah.
So it's easy to break them up.
It's wrong, but it's easy.
It's wrong, but I had a fucking point.
Oh,
I lost
shit.
it. God damn
Now you
it!
know how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
look, somebody
man.
switched a channel in your head. Ah!
Oh, we're talking about
It's
demolition and
I'm asking why can't we have the established
oh,
tag teams?
that's it. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
basically the actual ones that they try to put over don't get over with the crowd anymore.
You mean like the Ascension?
Ascension,
Well,
the vaudevillains,
Yeah.
they just don't get over with the crowd anymore.
But they were doing it also depends on that crowd. As we have talked before, they did really well down in NXT. They thrived in NXT,
It's a
and then when
different
you
monster
threw them,
when you come to the
when you're big in that little pond.
Yeah.
Now you're too big now for this little pond. We're going to put you up into this other pond.
Yeah, it's not fair.
They got so lost.
I would say this: the Ascension, in my opinion, are an easier sell to a Raw crowd than the Vaudevillains are.
And the Vaudevillains, it's like the way their gimmick is. If you split them up,
yeah, that
they
doesn't make any
can't
sense.
survive
Yeah. No.
in a singles
Yeah.
match doing their gimmick.
Yeah,
That
Doesn't
means
work.
that you would have to take these guys and
Repackage.
repackage them, and it wouldn't work.
see, this is why I think they need somebody like Common Man. Like this is why Dusty's fucking missed. But they need a Common Man down at NXT that'll be like, this is great, it works here, but it's not going to translate well up there.
Yeah.
You know.
He's just a common man.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Sorry.
I want because it's a good question. You know what? That's a really good question to ask. People that were taken under the wing of Dusty Rhodes
Yeah.
when they were transitioned up to
Raw.
how well did they do versus the people who are transitioning up now? Transitioning because
Yeah.
I think the ones that were under Dusty's care transitioned a lot better because you had Aaron Neville, they had Aaron.
He got to make that baby. I gotta make that moonsault right now. I'm gonna hit this red arrow right now.
Oh, Neville. You know,
Okay.
Neville.
Just say Neville.
I'll just say Neville. So Neville. Some of the other ones I can't remember off the top of my head.
Dude, this fucking plane's going down.
Oh god! But no, I think they transitioned a lot better than the ones that are transitioning now.
Well, maybe that could be your homework this week.
You know what?
You could research that, and we can
That's a
come
good
back
idea.
to this
Yeah,
next week.
I will definitely want to come back to that because I think they do definitely need somebody with, you know, not necessarily business minded. I think they need something like, you know, the average fan. Like, let's say, like, bring in you, pay you $40,000 a year to fucking be like, that's not going to work. And let me tell you why that's
Let me
not.
tell you that's what it's. I can. The thing is, here's like I'm not a wrestler like you guys were. I wasn't in the business, okay. But at this point, I've been around it enough to know what can get over.
Yeah,
I guess you could say.
Sure.
All right. And I'll be the first one to say. I think we'll all say the same thing. We all expected the New Day to just go away, and it was just not going to work. We all expected that.
Yeah.
They are the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
Okay?
They found a way to make it work.
They found a way to make it work. The Vaudevillains, they may have worked down in NXT, but it's a bigger audience. You have younger and older generations. It's too much of a mixed crowd for that to work. The Ascension, and I hate to say this, okay, but they're 100% right. they're the Legion of Doom.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
that's,
right.
You know, that's just what they were.
Yeah, they were a copycat of Demolition, copycat of Legion of Doom.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know what I mean. Yeah, like,
I mean, he wouldn't even work. He wouldn't even be able to get away with that in the Indies now.
no.
Yeah, and the thing is that they even said, "Oh, we're better than Legion of Doom, better than Demolition." Don't mention fucking tag teams that you're being compared to already.
Yeah, you know, that's a poor decision.
You know, it's like, oh, we got to get it in front of this truck. Well, the truck's still coming. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
But as far as you know, a common guy saying, "Hey, that's not going to work," just because it doesn't work for me. Hey, remember, keep in mind, I didn't think Seth Rollins was that great.
he wasn't.
Okay,
You hated him.
yeah, I didn't. I hated him. Okay, and I'm a common guy, so it goes to show you, I don't know everything. Okay, like
I'm not saying one person.
I'm
maybe
not a
like
booker.
maybe like 3.
Okay,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a committee.
Like maybe like a podcast. You know, I'm just saying like 3 people on a committee with a podcast
With a mic,
yeah.
you know, able to talk things out. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I you know maybe mix it up. Maybe 2 guys and a girl.
Who knows?
Yeah, I'm just
Who knows? We're just throwing stuff out.
yeah. I mean
Okay.
yeah, just ideas.
Ideas. But the things that we actually want to talk about right now.
All right,
Okay.
we got some stuff.
We got some stuff to talk about.
Ladies and gentlemen,
If unless you live under a fucking rock,
in which case, you know, stay there.
then stay there. That's fine.
A giant phenomenon
Has
just
yeah.
happened in the United States and across the world soon.
Pokemon Go was released a couple weeks ago.
2
Okay?
weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That's it. 2 weeks.
And in 2 weeks, it has literally taken over people's lives. And let me tell you something. I fucking love it. Okay.
it has surpassed porn.
Yep.
It has surpassed Tinder,
Candy Crush,
Twitter,
Okay.
all these high apps. Nope.
It has taken over the world. Basically, you know, and here's what I really want to get into, okay? And if you don't know what Pokemon is, it's fine. Go look it up. I'm not going to explain it here because it would take too fucking long.
I could tell you from my opinion,
Yeah.
as a novice in it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
From somebody who knew nothing about the game, the card game, never watched any of the cartoons
Never
or
played the
the
video
movie,
game,
never
yeah.
played the video game.
Yeah.
I saw everybody on my friends list going, "Oh, I'm playing this Pokemon thing. What the fuck? All right, let me download it."
Yeah.
Downloaded it. I got a Squirtle as soon as the thing fucking turned on. I knew what a Squirtle was.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah.
And then the next thing I found, my agoraphobic ass was actually out and walking around the neighborhood.
Looking for Pokemon.
Looking for Pokemon. And let me tell you what a great help it's been for my mental health and my physical health.
Just to
I'm out
get
twice
outside.
a day walking. I think I've walked over 10 miles in a week.
2 weeks, yeah. That's all.
Yeah.
And it's such a great thing. And one of the cooler things is that when people come together, like you see people coming together at like Pokestops and shit like that, where you can get items and people are just hanging out and they'll put a lure there and you can talk to other people. And you get to meet people, and you get to that are doing the same thing. So you already have something in common.
It's allowing us to take the thing that everybody's become addicted to, which is internet, and take it and actually go out and be social now instead of being these keyboard
Shut-ins.
warriors and shut-ins that we've become because we've become so attached to the internet in our homes.
Yeah.
The phone did help allow us to start leaving more and not be stuck to it, but it's amazing. Like, even the cops are playing.
The cops are playing.
They're
stopping.
People are walking around their neighborhoods at 2, 3 in the morning, and the cops are like, they're picking Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it actually, I think, is going to help as far as keep crime down. Although there's a few assholes who have used it for nefarious purposes.
That's always going to happen.
That will. With anything good, somebody finds something to turn it to shit.
Yeah.
But,
There's always one motherfucker.
Yeah, always
There
one
is.
motherfucker. But 99% of it is pure good.
Oh my god,
okay?
neighbors are talking to each other when they haven't talked to each other in years.
People are talking to each other. And then you got these this is what I really want to talk about, okay? You got these fucking clowns on fucking social networks saying, well, I'm not fucking 10, I'm an adult, I don't play Pokemon.
I don't ever want to be one of those. I will never be. If that's what an adult is, I don't ever want to be one.
I'm like, fucking, okay, do me a favor. A, fuck you. B, you remember Fun? do you remember fun, or have you always been a 90-year-old fuckface telling kids to get off your fucking lawn?
Here's the
I like the ones where it's like, yeah, I'm this age and I don't play Pokemon because I'm an adult. So let me go on Facebook and tell everybody that I'm not going to do that.
I gotta go on Facebook and tell everybody that.
How important I am.
Or the one that you did with the.
Yeah. Look at everybody. I'm not playing Pokemon Go. I'm mature and important. Look at me.
I am so great.
I
am so great.
Well.
Powdered toast face.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like everybody for the last 5 years have been crushing cartoon candy, okay, and that's fine. You do it inside. But now here comes this game, right, that makes people go outside, interact with people, meet their fucking neighbors, see their neighborhood, and all of a sudden that's fucking lame? Get the fuck out of here. Use Snapchat to fucking turn your head into a fucking piece of toast.
It's true. I mean, look, we just saw a video about something that happened in Central Park last night or the night before where throngs of adults. And the thing is they're like, oh, you're a kid. No, this is not a kid's game, people.
This is fun.
This isn't a game for big people, like big kids.
Well, here's
big kids.
I got something I need to say, and the thing is that even on these social justice pages, these guys, or social justice or whatever, the social media pages, and they're like, boo Pokemon, fuck that. You can always point out something like, motherfucker, you play video games, or what says the pro wrestling fan, or whatever. You do some childish shit too,
or the comic book fan.
Yeah, or you like comic book movies. Go fuck off.
Well, the thing is, like, it's like you watch pro wrestling, okay? Right. We're a pro wrestling podcast, sure. Okay? We watch pro wrestling, okay? We've seen pro wrestlers or seen other podcast people that do pro wrestling, okay, say some negative shit about this, and I want to go up to them. I want to go, hey. Hey, wrestling is scripted, right? You know that.
You wear tights and you pretend to be somebody.
You pretend to be somebody. Okay, scripted. Also, it's from circuses. Okay? So when you watch wrestling, you basically watching a circus, right? Do they know that?
Carnies.
Do they know that?
That's what we are. We are traveling carnies. We are there to make you a mark and believe what we're selling you.
Okay, that's where it came from.
Do you like any TV show?
Yeah.
Like any...
Ted.
Any,
Life is a work, people.
Yeah. Like
baseball, football, all the work. Every sport, everything in life is a work.
I can guarantee you these motherfuckers, they like TV shows.
Yeah.
And by the TV show, I mean they probably watch Arrow, The Flash,
Walking Dead,
any of these comic fucking
zombies.
But that's
too much.
That's the line.
Pokemon's too much.
Pokemon is the line.
That's the line, right? That's the fucking line. Get your fucking dumb ass out of here. Shut your dumb ass up.
This game has done wonders for society, and I actually think it'll help with the race issue that we're having as well. I hope so. Because we're bringing communities together.
Yeah.
And it's not a white game, it's not a black game, it's not an Asian game,
Pokemon.
It's everybody game.
Let me tell you something. I read a story, I can't remember what, I think it was on Reddit, okay, where people, it was in California, and they of course there was a whole bunch of people on the pier and shit like that, and they were setting up a lure, and they were all chilling out, and the cops showed up, okay, and everybody was worried. They're like, oh shit, the cops are going to show up, they're going to tell us to disperse, and they heard the speakers get on. The cop drove almost right onto the pier, okay, separated the people, and the air horn came on, and they expected it to hear, please disperse, shit like that. What came on was the Pokemon theme. Okay?
I want to be the very best.
Yeah, that's what came on. So, I wonder what Satoru Iwata would say about his favorite franchise bringing people together like this.
I think this is what they've been trying to do since the very beginning. If you look back to the very beginning of the game, it was the cards were to bring the people together. Yeah. Then they had this app back in, the early 90s where it was walking.
The Poke Walker.
The Poke Walker.
Right
They've
around
been trying for years to get people to do this. Yeah. And we just finally, as a society, said, look, there's too much bullshit and too much shit out there between the elections and terrorist attacks and these poor people in France and what happened in Turkey with the coup and all this other bullshit. What a great way to leave your TV, to leave your home, and go out and get to know your neighbor and get to hear fresh air. We even go to towns now. You guys go out at midnight and go walk around fucking Summit, And not one cop has said, "What are you doing?" Because they know.
Yeah. The cops are playing it with us.
Yes.
I know.
Look, I got a fucking Squirtle. I'm like, I know you.
Yeah.
And yes, like back at like 2 weeks ago, if you saw roving groups of adults in Summit at 1 o'clock in the morning,
there's a problem.
There's
you'd
an
be all
issue.
like, "You're all a bunch of crackheads. What the fuck you doing?"
Yeah.
But no, now it's commonplace. It's accepted. When I saw the very beginning about this one guy, he's like, I don't know anything about it, but I did it. And all right, I found myself outside my apartment at 3 o'clock in the morning looking for a creature. Yeah. My neighbor looks out the window, and I just leave because I don't want to have any stigma. So I walk down the park with me and my dog, and there's 2 black guys sitting there on a bench. And they're like, "Oh, if you're looking for such and such, it's over there." And he strikes up a conversation with these 2 gentlemen. So here's this white guy with his little dog and these 2 black men having a conversation in the middle of a park at 3 o'clock in the morning. To anybody else's eye, what do you think it is?
Yeah.
Okay. The cop rolls up, looks at what they're doing, and he goes, "Did you find any good ones?" Actually, no, wait. He goes, "What are you guys doing?" He goes, "Oh, we're playing this game." And all 3 of them showed the app. Yeah. And they showed the cop how to download it, and the cop started playing. Yeah. I mean,
and they all chose the same team.
It's bringing community together.
Yeah.
Even on the outskirts of that, people are using the Pokemon Go app to sell their products. I mean, think about it.
Little businesses in town are like booming right now.
Yeah, there is like pizza places, right? Yeah. That are technically a Pokestop, and they have like this thing where it says, "Okay, show us that you used a lure here, and you get $4 off your order."
Yeah.
Or if you're this level, you can get something off.
Yeah.
If you show us that you've been walking and you're like level 13, you get a free pie here.
Yeah.
I mean, like you put Pokemon on anything right now, sell.
It's gonna sell.
You want to talk about selling? Let's talk about Nintendo's fucking stock.
Yo.
Boy, did I fucking miss the boat when I didn't even think about...
Nintendo stock has literally doubled. If you had, it literally has gone up 100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's your stock has doubled. If you had $500, you now have 1,000. If you had 1,000, you had 2. It's
the other thing about it is like there's also these 2 charity pages, Wolf Steps or Wolf Walk, and then there's another one where if you walk a certain amount, you get to pick where the money goes and what charity. Yep. So that they're asking people to download those apps. The ones about putting lures on hospitals so kids could play.
Kids can play. I mean, they're animal shelters. Animal shelters say, "Hey, come on down if you're searching for Pokemon, grab a dog and take it for a walk."
Yeah,
just ask for the Pokemon dogs. I'm like, this is such a cool thing. It's so great to see something that I loved as a kid.
Yeah,
that I loved as a kid growing up, and I still love as an adult. Being able to do this type of community action to bring everybody together, like
we get to see families walking around, parents with their kids going, "Oh, did you get that one?
Yeah,
did you get that one?" Kids bicycling around. I mean, we have a neighborhood where people walk a lot as it is, and you can attest to that. Everybody walks around here, but now it's doubled.
Yeah,
with the amount of people out there.
Let's take it even a step further. What to everybody listening to the sound of my voice? What was your dream as a kid? And don't be like, "Oh, I wanted to be a policeman." No, seriously, tell me about your dream. Oh, you can't tell me, but think about your dream. Okay,
they can answer it on our page.
Right, when we were younger, okay, we watched like, I wanted to be a GoBot, or I wanted to be a Thundercat.
I wanted to be a Pokemon trainer so fucking.
There's
bad.
people out there that wanted to be a Pokemon trainer and you know what? Now that dream can become as close to reality as fucking possible.
Yeah.
You know, you go out and your job is to catch Pokemon. Yeah. And you know what? You got to train it. And sure enough, you got to go to a fucking gym to train it.
Yeah.
You know, it's as close to we're ever going to get.
It's pretty much as close as you're going to get. Unless they invent Pokemon.
And which is not good. That's not good.
I don't want to do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay. But
yeah, I don't need a Blastoise fucking walking around the neighborhood. Just
like, oh, shit.
Water cannon.
Yeah. And the house is gone. But
it'd be great in the summertime, though, right?
But the other thing that I would like to say is because I've noticed either you're for it or you're one of those fucking pretentious assholes that are I'm an adult. Look, if you see something or some of your friends are into something that you're not really into, shush.
Yeah, don't
keep your fucking yap shut. Nobody wants to hear your goddamn opinion on what an adult really should be. Because if you were really an adult, you wouldn't be saying, "Well, you shouldn't do that on Facebook."
Shh. Let people enjoy things.
Yep.
Yeah. That's all. You know, people are having fun and happy, and not getting into trouble. And here's the problem I also saw about that. It's like, well, why did it take this game for this to happen? Who gives a shit? It's happening.
Yeah, for somebody like me who has, some mental health issues and is agoraphobic and has social anxiety, which kind of helped bring my wrestling career to an end, this app has been amazing for me. It has. I mean, you could.
Yeah. You've been out walking pretty much every day. I mean, like, it's hot as balls out, so we're going to have to wait till, like, 6 o'clock tonight to go to Summit. But, yeah, for the most part, you don't really leave the room. And then now you're like, I'm going for my second walk today. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I've gone to flea markets to walk around.
Yeah.
I'm going places I normally wouldn't go.
Yeah.
And it's so great. But we're
gonna
going to have to cut it there. We're coming up on an hour here.
Wow.
I reel it in.
What else did you want to talk about?
Well, nothing. I'm just saying, like, we're going to, I think we'll do Pokemon Go updates.
Yeah, absolutely.
Weekly.
Yeah, as often as we can.
Because, you know what? Because this is
Trading's going to open up soon.
Yeah.
Trading's going to opening up soon. They're going to do fucking friendly battles and shit. So, yeah, this is going to be some good stuff coming.
So, we're excited. We hope you're excited. But for Kryim,
that's me,
and for Dante,
and don't forget to turn onto the 8-Bit Legends.
Yes, 8-Bit Legends Twitch channel. We run it. It's great. I'll put a link in the description. But I'm Big Dick Gideon, and we're gonna see you all probably not next week, but we're gonna try as soon as we can.
We're gonna try to do something before the pay-per-view.
All right.
Yes.
Have a good one, guys.
Later.
Bye.